Hi guys, so you guys have been telling me that you want to see more content on my YouTube channel because those are longer videos than my 1-minute TikToks. And pretty much all that I've really done on here so far is covers. So I thought that I would do an assumptions video because those used to be really popular and I hop on to translate. So I don't really know how you even start one of these kinds of videos because I'm not like a professional YouTuber, but you know, we're just gonna go into it. So I asked you guys for assumptions about me on Instagram and you guys had a lot of them, so I only chose a few. So let's go. Someone says, you look like the nice kid at the back of the class that only has a few friends. This is extremely true because like I used to be like the outspoken, like not outspoken, but the really loud kid in the back of the class that would not stop disrupting in middle school. And then once high school hit, I became the most shy kid ever. So yeah, and I only have like 6 friends at school, but like most people would not expect me to be shy at school, but I'm super shy. Like I do not talk to anyone. And no one knows about my TikTok. I have that question a lot, is if people know about my TikTok. People at CYT do, but people at my school don't really unless they ask. I'll tell them if they ask. You really didn't like One Direction before you became a fan. That is extremely true. When I was younger, I mean, I probably didn't know who they were until maybe like 2012, and even then I just thought that they were a bunch of boys that girls were obsessed with. I didn't really know anything about their music. Obviously I knew like What Makes You Beautiful, Best Song Ever, all those. But when Harry had his long hair and stuff like that, which first of all is my favorite era, but my dad would always make fun of him and like talk about how he was like the long-haired one and all that kind of stuff, and he would call him the 3 nipple man. He has 4. He would call him the 3 nipple man. And so I just always thought it was like a taboo to like him. Like I was like, I can't like him, that is so weird. And so like I just naturally kind of didn't like One Direction, but I still knew like all the songs. And then last year, no, 2019, it's 2021. In 2019, I really liked Happily, but I didn't really like acknowledge that it was One Direction. And then in 2020, that's when I found One Direction. You're a very uplifting person and have a very kind and sweet personality, someone very nice. I can't be the judge of that, I hope so. That's always what I've wanted to portray on my platform because that's kind of how I think that I am in person, or how I try to be in person. And ever since I was like a little kid and I've wanted to be an actress, singer on Broadway my entire life, and I've always been like, if I ever do that and if I ever get a platform, I want to use that to spread positivity. So I hope that I portray myself that way on social media because that's always how I want to be seen, because that's how I try to be. But that's kind of up to you. So I got 2 Hamilton, no, I got like 4 Hamilton questions, but these were the ones that I screenshotted. Someone said, you were the girl who wrapped guns and ships during lunch and you definitely love Hamilton. Fun fact, I'm a failure of a theater kid. I never have listened to the Hamilton soundtrack altogether. I've seen Hamilton, so I've listened to it in person. I've seen the show, but I was never a Hamilton kid. I never loved it. I mean, like, I would love to play Eliza or something, but I've never listened to the show itself. It just never piqued an interest in me, and I never listened to it. So no, I was not the kid that wrapped guns and ships at lunch. Someone says you look like you would work as a waitress. Here's the thing. I probably will. Like, the chances of me working at a Waitress are about up here because of what I want to do with my life. I am choosing the most unstable freaking career path ever. There's absolutely no knowing of what in the world is out there, and I could do a whole video on this because I talked about this on live for like 20 minutes once. But it's so unknown, and you kind of have to find a nice side job that will work up until you get a job. So do I look like I would be a waitress? Maybe. And I probably will be. And I will not be one of the ones on Broadway, because it's not on Broadway anymore. I really want to. Dawn is like my dream role. Someone assumed that. Yes, Dawn is my dream role. So, you're a hopeless romantic. Yes. The surge of hate has actually been really hard for you. In ways. As for like my self-esteem, I guess, it hasn't really. I've actually lucked out a lot with that. I'm a very confident person myself, and I kind of just like to laugh at it. Think about how like JoJo Siwa responds to hate. That's how I like to respond to hate, and kind of just laugh about it and make jokes about the hate that I receive. Also, the hate doesn't make sense to me because I'm literally a stan account. Like, why do you need to start something bad about a stan account? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not even a celebrity. Like, it doesn't make sense. But the thing that has been hard for me is just seeing how hateful the world can be, because obviously you see it like from an outside perspective all the time. But then when it's really being reflected onto you and people are sending you threats and people are telling you that you're annoying and that they hate you and that you're a disgusting human being and this and that, even though it doesn't necessarily hurt my like feelings, it upsets me that there's so much hate in the the world and that this is such a dark place and that people actually have it in them to say things like that to people. Because if those people can say something like that to me who isn't really hurt by it, I can't imagine how it would affect someone who really is, you know? So it hasn't necessarily been hard on like myself like that, but I guess it has been really hard seeing that hate in the world. You don't freak out as much off camera as you do for TikToks. Wrong. I literally, usually my TikToks are just a continuation of my real life reaction. If we get a picture of Harry, this is literally how the situation goes. Goes to TikTok. I usually genuinely scream about those things when they happen, so wrong. You like bunnies. I had 21 rabbits when I was in elementary school. Yeah. We had 21 rabbits and 27 chickens, maybe vice versa, I'm not sure. And then we had like pheasants and turkeys and ducks. We had a whole farm. But yeah, we had a lot of them. Mine were named Brittany and Lexi. Those, oh my gosh, Lexi, that's my best friend. Lexi we ended up giving away to my friend Lizzie, who I'm still friends with. She's a big Harry and One Direction fan and everything like that, so go Lizzie. And then Brittany died. You sometimes regret making a stan account on TikTok because of the hate. Definitely not because of the hate, and I don't think that I regret it at all because it's gotten me to a place that I never expected I would ever be. I've almost had my account for a year. In like 2 months, it'll be a year since I had it. And I literally never expected to be where I am, and I'm really happy that I have a platform that I have because it's given me an outlet to be real on social media, because I think that's something that social media lacks so much nowadays is like people being real and showing real emotion. And so I've recently been really trying to like portray that real side of me, and like if I'm crying, be like, why am I crying? This is what's going on in my life. Life is hard. And then if I'm happy, I'll be like, I'm happy because of this. You got to see the ups and downs of life, and I'm really happy that I've been given a platform to show that. Because also a lot of the things that inspire my like uplifting things are the hate that I get, and I really like that I can turn something negative into a positive. My camera shut off, that's rude. I got multiple responses talking about my favorite Taylor album, and it was constantly these two albums. Your favorite Taylor album is Folklore, your favorite Taylor album is Reputation. These two are like tied for first right now. Folklore had been my favorite for a long time because I absolutely love that album, and lyrically I think it's amazing, and musically, but Reputation has so many bops. I've literally been listening to Reputation like non-stop for the past like 3 days, and my favorite songs are from Reputation right now. This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, Getaway Car. But Invisible String has a really special place in my heart. But yeah, those are like my two favorites right now. I'm obsessed with them. I would do a Taylor album ranking because she appreciates that. She said that she appreciates when people rank her songs, but I will get hate for it because I get hate every single time that I do a freaking ranking, so I'm not gonna do that. I feel like you're good at math. In middle school, I was horrible at math. Failed it all the time. Didn't work hard at it because it upset me, so I just did not. I was horrible at math. Then high school hit and I got 103% on my math midterm. Like, I don't know what happened, but high school hit and I got really good at math. And I don't know where it came from, but I'm happy that it happened though. But then COVID hit and I have like a 30% in math right now. COVID seriously tanked everything. ADHD does not like COVID. People see you as a goody two shoes and they have high opinions of you. Goody two shoes, yes. High opinions, not sure. Depends who you ask. I mean, I'm not going to deny that I'm a goody two shoes. I definitely have many goody two shoes tendencies. But like if I'm ever on live and I'm singing a song that has a word in it, like, and I say it, people are always like, but it's fun. I really am a goody two shoes. Like, I follow the rules so much. Yeah. Story time. One time when I was like 9, I had an iPod and my parents were like, okay, Katie, time to go to bed. Put your iPod in your desk. Don't go on it anymore. So I was like, okay. So I went to bed and I heard my phone ring and it was my friend Brooklyn texting me. And I went to go like text her back good night. And then 5 minutes later, I came out of my room bawling my eyes out because I felt so guilty that I texted her back. It was literally a single text and I was bawling. So I've been kind of a goody two shoes for my entire life. You're not mean to anyone unless you have to defend yourself. I mean, I guess, no matter who it is, I try to combat it with love. Like, it literally doesn't matter what they did because God would always love first, so that's always what I try to do. But when I defend myself, I'm not gonna like necessarily be like, please don't do that to me, that's really not cool. Like, I'm gonna be like bold. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm too nice to defend myself because that's not the case, because I'm not. Because I think that a lot of people think that, so they think that they can just beat me up, but I'm like, no, I can stand my ground, so back up. You like older men. I've only ever liked one person in my life, well, technically 2, but I don't count kindergarten. So I went like 11 years without liking someone, and then the first guy that I liked was 2 years older than me. I don't think that that's considered older men, but, and probably, no. You used to be a horse girl. I was a horse girl without the horses. My best friend liked horses. I had the personality of a horse girl. Like everything that you think of as a horse girl, I had that personality. The clothes that were like the bootcut jeans, yeah, that was me. I hate those jeans now. But I wasn't into the horses and stuff. You're afraid to confront someone if they're wrong. No. I'm actually really good at confrontation. And when people hear that, they automatically don't assume I'm a Libra because they're like, Libras are horrible with confrontation. No. I'm actually pretty good with confrontation. Do I like it? No. Confrontation is not enjoyable, especially when you have anxiety and you think that everyone hates you. But I'm good at it, and I'm really good in conversation and stuff like that, and I'm really good at talking out issues with people, so that if I have an issue with someone, I can definitely bring it up to them. You have a big fear of annoying people around you, but in reality, everyone loves to be around you. Again, I can't be the judge of that last part. I can be the judge of the first part though, and yes. Part of the reason that I didn't think I was gonna get any followers on TikTok is because I thought that everyone was gonna just be constantly annoyed with me and like wouldn't want to see my content, which some people are. I've seen it on Twitter. But like I did not think I was gonna be anywhere near as many followers as I have now. Like that's insane. I love all of you guys so much. But yeah, I definitely do have a fear of annoying everybody, and so I kind of like with my IRLs sometimes because I just don't want to be annoying. But online I kind of just do whatever, and I'm kind of like, if people don't like me, then they don't like me. And as for people loving to be around me, I don't know, maybe. And then this is the last question, so here it is. Being an influencer is very stressful and hard for you, but you love it anyways. I honestly don't even consider myself an influencer. I know a lot of people consider, like me and B and Lucas and everything, I know that a lot of people consider us famous. I don't like that word because I think that it puts me on a pedestal that I don't really want to be on, especially at the moment. Harry talks about it in This Is Us, where it's like he wasn't a cool guy or anything, he was just famous, and that's kind of how I feel about it. But also I'm a stan account, and I don't think that stan accounts are necessarily famous. Popular, maybe. Well known in the fandom, maybe. But the word famous, I don't really like. Influencer? Maybe could be a possible word that I would use because that's kind of what I like to use my platform for. So I guess maybe that could be considered that, but I don't know. Is it stressful? I don't find it stressful because I don't make it a chore. I really, really enjoy it. Making videos is really easy for me. I've started my videos ever since the beginning, not having any structure to them, and so like I think that that's kind of just my thing now, and if I added structure to it to make it more stressful for myself, that would just be weird. So I just kind of keep it simple. And on my Instagram story, I enjoy posting uplifting content that I guess would be considered influencer content. I really enjoy doing that because it helps other people. So is it stressful for me? Not really. The only stressful part is when I get massive amounts of hate and then I'm like, the world is so hateful, because that really does upset me. And sometimes when people think of us as celebrities, because I'm like, we're really not. But yeah, that's all the questions or assumptions or whatever that I have. Comment what kinds of videos you want me to do, because I don't really know. I might do like a Q&A video or something. I don't know, but I'm figuring out my camera for videos and stuff like that, and I got this thing that like converts the SD card onto your phone immediately, which is such a blessing because I've always had to do it from my computer and I hate that. So, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. I love all of you. You are all worthy and I love you.